Hello, this is the Risk Grandnovice Series, where I, a Grandmaster and top 100 ranked player on the free-for-all ladder, at least that was a couple days ago. I might have decayed out of it since I haven't checked. Share a beginner, a novice level game to hopefully get more people out there seeing the game of Risk. As someone who is new to the game would probably see it and probably play it. So we can go from that, we can give some advice, and hopefully get newer players to improve their play. We might see some crazy things, but what I want people to remember is you don't have to be number one to have fun. So, looking at the game here, I'm going to try and put my capital somewhere inconsequential. At least I'm going to try and put my capital somewhere where in the long term, the very long term of the game, it doesn't give any individual an advantage, at least from early to mid in the game. And you'll see what I mean by that, because I'm going to take myself out of the game pretty quickly here. So. What we're seeing is a pink capital here blocking Australia. Lane claimed Australia, and I think Pink had a very good claim there. The only person who might have contested, and I wouldn't have suggested it, would have been Black. No one has decided South America or Africa is where they want to put their capitals and really establish their claim. I think I might have liked to see Purple do it here. Place their capital here instead of up here. And perhaps Purple thought I would go here, but I didn't. And but maybe Purple thought if I went here, there'd be a lot of contests right here, and neither of us would be able to get a continent. So our settings here are going to be Capital Conquest, classic map, automatic setup, 60-second turn timer. AI difficulty is expert, so if somebody bots out with the automated inactivity behavior, the bots will be out there, be very active. The card bonus is fixed, and the dice rolls are balance splits. Minimum maximum rank of novice beginner. Gonna try and pull some novice only games in the future, but it's hard to fill a lobby with people only ranked novice, just because getting to beginner is not that hard to do for a lot of people. There are some people I'm sure they struggle with it. So we're gonna remove ourselves from the game pretty quickly. Everyone's gonna wonder what we're doing and why we're doing it. It's going to be a free capital for somebody, but if you pretend that I'm a bot, bots will frequently give away their capitals anyway. Okay, so Black, I mean, I think has an easy claim to this capital. I don't know about adding here and going up. I think that's probably the smartest choice. Oh wait, okay, Black has gone offline. Never mind. So the game might be progressing faster than maybe last game on this channel. So going through the people, we've got Comber 30 from France. We've got Ignatius from the US. General Longbeard from, I believe, Japan. We're going to confirm. One of the easiest flags to remember, but I'd hate to. I believe that is Japan. We've got Early flying the flag of Canada, and General III flying the flag of Canada. Okay. So, Red has taken this. In the short term, this is an advantage for red over white. In the mid, it can become a liability. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but I'll finish what I was saying. It can become a liability because now you're splitting between two capitals when white is only going to have to guard one capital. I would think I'd like to see white come through here and take Africa if white thinks that would be too hard to defend to come in here and take South America. But it's a very good idea for that to happen. I think there's going to be purple coming in and taking this capital pretty soon, or at least purple should. But with red positioned here, unless there's an alliance, it's going to be very hard for purple to hold North America. So now we're looking at, see, look at this. If we imagine that between two, red was split and won a 17 right here, that's very scary. That's very scary to have to choose a capital. Okay, so I'm eliminated. We're gonna spectate. Awesome. Okay, so clean me up very quickly. Good for them. Get that bounty on me. So in the very long term, pink, consider if nothing, if the state of affairs didn't change, nobody else captured any more continents, there's just going to be infighting. Nobody here is going to grow very strong, and pink will be able to take the game. A strategy I like to do personally, and don't tell anybody, is that was a very, very low percentage chance in that roll worked. So that was a 5-on-5 on a capital. So Risk Global Domination roll calculator. Pull up a roll calculator and see what the chances. So it was 5 attacking, 5 defending. I'm not on the one that lets you use it as a there we go. 5 attacking, 5 defending. That was a 19.78% chance. So a very low chance. Now white is going to put themselves in a situation. Oh, don't do a white. Don't do it. Don't do a white. Oh, okay. Hey, white. Okay, so I did not mind. I think white having a territory 14 troops possible. Oh, it looks like they started with a territory with 21 starting troops. I might have liked going here and trying that. If you think at this level Australia will win, I think you don't go straight here. You come straight down. There might have been a 3 here at some point, I'm not sure, but gosh, if you really believe that's your way to victory, then I think you go straight here, you take it. Nobody else has continental bonuses, so right now having a continental bonus is going to be a very, very big deal. Okay. So, somehow, purple is in the best situation, I think, in the current state of the game and in the mid term of the game, and maybe in the long term, because right now purple, excluding the 3 you start with and having an extra troop from 12 territories. Oh no, that's black, sorry. Not an extra troop with purple, but 1, 2, 3, 4. On top of the base troops you get for the 3 troops you get just for existing. Look at this, 1, 2, and then the continent 3, 4. The state of the game is even between these two. Okay, that changes things. So now the way I calculate it is I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whereas every turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's getting those 3 troops, so I don't even count them when I'm considering the game moving forward and where I am compared to other individuals as far as income goes. So if I'm white and I'm in this situation, what do? What I do is I take a continent. This is probably the safest continent to take. I take this and I stay out of everybody's way. White should get a trade pretty soon. So I think white taking this, defending the borders, and saying, you guys fight it out. I don't want to have it. Maybe eventually white comes in here and takes this. But holding this territory, this continent, having the +2 bonus is going to be similar to having a capital. As far as troop income goes, it's going to be the same as having a capital, because you're going to get 2 from holding this, where before you were getting 2 from holding this. So that's white's long-term play. I think adding in here is fine if you're trying to make yourself not easily killable, or should I say easily taken out. So if I'm white, add troops here, maybe take this, unless you have a trade. If you have a trade, then maybe take this and then start fortifying down and out. You're gonna let pink and pink and red fight each other. Neither of them are gonna get Europe unless something happens that is unusual, and pink is eventually gonna overtake red with the troop income. So we'll see. Red is half the troops of black, who's a bot, and half the troops of purple, right up there with white, but more income than white, and half the troops of pink. So I don't know what pink is doing right now. Pink is taking out 2 white territories. So getting troops up, having an excuse to take out 2 white territories and fortify up here. I would have liked, I'm not sure. I think they added some troops here, which is what I was gonna say. I think they should do. And it looks like they did do it. So when we're thinking about how to progress the game, in the short term, I think progressing the game will be risky for those who are in the lead, because at this level, putting yourself in a vulnerable situation that can't be completely capitalized on, but can look, white's gonna do something great. Good. That's what I said white should do. So maybe putting this 4 over here was a way of saying, I don't want to be all in one place with an easy line to take me out. What I was saying about the okay, so if you're in the lead right now and you put yourself in a situation where you look weak, even if you can't be taken out, you look weak, someone may try to capitalize on that. So as far as purple's situation, I don't think it's hurting purple to take a card and pass. I don't think it's hurting pink take a card and pass in the short term. But I definitely think in the midterm, pink will be in a situation to start forcing the game to progress. So white is playing amazing. White did the right thing. They didn't get upset and slam into someone with their small amount of troops. There wasn't even there was okay. See what I mean by if you're in the lead and you even when you're not showing signs of weakness, someone may just slam into you. So, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I don't know if red gets impatient. I don't know why red chooses to do what red chose to do. You know, that wasn't a 0% roll, but that it was obviously not a 100% roll. Oh my gosh. No. Oh no. Okay. Okay, let's reevaluate the situation. If you're pink, what do you do right now? If you're pink, you take this capital. You might not have, there we go. Okay. I disagree with this. I very, very much disagree with this. You take this 7, you go boom, boom, hold it, and use that amount of troops you had here, move up. So now you're holding 2 capitals. The bot, honestly, the bot might roll you, but purple's not going to come in and around. Purple's not going to come through here because of the 17. And the reason why purple can't come through here is because they're blocking themselves. They can't go through their own territory, so they have to come down around, which they could do something like that with their trade right now, especially if it's a bigger trade. But I think it's worth the risk. Now white should be thinking to themselves, I could do something about this. But honestly, if nobody does anything, I think the bot takes the capital. And I think it says something that the bot will be in one of the stronger positions of this game. So the bot looks like it's going to take the capital. It's going to keep attacking. It's going to leave a 3 on that, but it could fortify back to it. I don't think it will, because it doesn't have a lot of threatening stacks around it. Or might not even have any troops left to threaten with. Let's see. Okay. So that capital is not free for the taking, but there's no large stacks around it, so the bot won't be adding here a bunch. So eventually someone can plan for coming through and taking it. I don't think purple should do that right now, but purple could do it right now. Purple, I think, the bot right now has a really good position in the game, tied for the most troops. I think in the very, very long term, purple could have this cap, and start pushing down. I think that could happen. I don't. Okay, taking those 3 cards there. Not only that, but removing the variation that bot is going to bring to the game. As someone who's in a strong position, I like that. So personally, when I play, if I am in the strongest position, I like to remove variation that I think could affect me negatively. So I also very much agree with this. The only issue I think is now they're vulnerable to this 32. Pink is vulnerable to purple's 32, or even black trading in and wanting to hit it, although I don't think that will happen. So if I'm in the strongest position and I need to take less risky plays, I like removing the variation that comes with bots. If it's a convenient option to me, and there was cards on the table here with the red bot. So these troops over here, gonna consolidate back. This South America guard, it was good. It was good. I liked it. I don't think anyone comes through here and tries to clean up white. Low cards for the taking from white, as far as what they're holding. Okay, so oh no. Okay, so I understand why this may look like a good option, and if that roll doesn't fail, and you get some really good dice, maybe you hold it, but at that point you're putting yourself at a, I guess they could have attacked here, fortified, split between those two, and then this 14 might not be able to take any of them. It's just Africa is the place to be, or sorry, Australia is the place to be. So if you don't count the bot, troop count, if you consider troop count and income, pink is the favorite to take this game. So white has been very smart. I don't think white takes the game. I think white, because of the poor situation white was put in earlier in the game, hoping for something better than fifth, couldn't get sixth because I was the one who took sixth place, right? But fifth was the best they could have, the worst they could have gotten, and I think being over here in South America, out of the way, and hoping for better than fifth in a ranked game is it's worth it. If you're thinking about, I'm a novice or beginner and I want to rank up, or I want to get more time in the game and I want to see how it progresses, I want to push my limits, and also pink should just never ever open this up again. Pink should never give purple the chance to take a stack through here. Leave this purple. Maybe put 1 to 2 troops here a turn. We're thinking about, let's see, they get 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 3, so 7. And let's say they get the bot opens it up anyway, so it doesn't matter. But let's pretend the bot didn't open up. Let's say they get 7 per turn, and then they get a 10 trade, 17. They very luckily for them also get a bonus 2 on Siam. 19. Put yourself in a situation where a 19 rolling this will never work. You could stop at 19 here, but I think in the long term, pink is in a position to take first. White is in a position to take second. Or even white can dictate who gets second. White may eventually get powerful enough not to be able to take first, but dictate who takes first. So we'll see where this goes. White's slowly expanding. When you play on your own, offline against robots, this is a strategy you can practice over and over and over again, which is just moving one territory. If white has a trade, maybe put it right here and then push down and split between the two, because this 26 isn't coming in through. I don't see anyone coming in through here, and what it is slowly expanding to where you either, I mean, maybe take Africa, or you get yourself to 12 territories, which will get you an extra troop. So oddly, if I had to, if I couldn't choose pink and I had to choose any other position to be in, I think white. Gosh, it's hard to say. Actually, probably purple. But there's something to be said about looking like you are not a threat. We know what purple will do. We know purple will take troops and roll them into capitals without 100% roll. Look at this. Pink is playing amazing right now. Pink notices an opportunity to not be too vulnerable and to take another capital. It is amazing. Purple can't reply to this. Purple just can't. Purple's not going to slam through an 11 to hit or 20 or 19 stack capital. This 19 is not going to be able to take anything here. Even with a trade, even with a trade and with getting a winning roll on here, then what are you left with? You're left with maybe 15 to 20 less troops than you had before. So you're negating your 3-card trade in if it's a big trade. And you're losing twice as many troops as you got from that, just to put yourself in a situation where you don't have to split between 3 capitals. If it was possible, maybe you try and communicate with white. Hey, white, let's work on pink. But pink in the position, or white being in the position that white is in, you are better off not making an enemy. And just hoping that nobody pays too much attention to you. You don't look like too much of a threat because you don't have a capital. You can't win this game mode without a capital. So now there might actually be something with surrenders, something like that. With these settings, and active bots, you can't win this game mode without a capital. There might be a scenario where, okay, so this 28 stack, while did have a path to pink, now it maybe has a more direct path, and maybe that's more tempting going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, boom, 3. Maybe that is less inhibiting, having to go through less territory numbers. So white, I established pink is strong right now. I think white should start looking to take Africa, or at least put themselves, so they have 8 territories right now. Let's see, 9, 10. Let's pretend they don't want to look like too much of a threat. Maybe 11. No, I think they need to take Africa. This is an easy place to take cards right now. I really wish they had gone here. Maybe up or something like that. No, I disagree with that, because I think it is unlikely that anyone's gonna attack a 21 stack. And if they're gonna attack a 21 stack, I'm not sure what a 25 stack deters in that. We're talking about the players, not the bot. The bot, if they have a trade and they want to, they could. The bot could. It's unlikely because it has all these bigger numbers around it for it to start stacking up against, which the bot will do. Eventually the bot is going to run out of places to take cards, although it'll be a while. Unless this is a fail roll, and then it feels like it thinks it needs to hit another stack for a potential card. So what I'd like to see, white has a trade coming up. White Do your trade. It doesn't even matter what size trade it is. Trade. Take this purple out in Madagascar. Fortify it up East Africa. That's what you do. But even better now, black is going to have a place to take a card. That is not you. It's going to be this one here. Could be one of these ones here. But since they have 4 stacks here, it's going to be 100% roll on this one, unless they choose to use this 3. You are in a really good position here to get troop income. And look at that. Look at this. White has the right idea. Fortify to here. No. We can imagine a world where white or black bot attacks down, maybe even multiple times, and then all this progress is lost. And being half the troops, well, not half the troops, but very much down on pink. With, you know, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 extra income versus 2. Making plays hopefully come back is what I think should have been going on. Look at this. Down. That progress is lost now. This could have been completely avoided, and we could have stopped the black bot from doing that. So this is pink's game to lose. Pink. Keep doing what you're doing. I think purple, and it is possible that white wants a stack to, if something happens, to come through and do something about it. I just think something isn't going to happen unless this 40, which, wow, this is maybe one of the few openings for a reorganization of the board, we'll call it. I could see this 40 going boom, 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 clearing it out if it can. So they have a trade and they're able to clear it out, fortifying this 32 here. Now you're probably saying, well, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you give up? Why would you sacrifice so many troops to give up a capital? There actually is a 57 here, so that's very scary and it might not work out, although pink's not going to have a trade coming up. So 32 here plus whatever you didn't lose, I think it could work out. But you will be trading income wise 1, 2, 3, 4 bonus income for 1, 2, 3, 4 bonus income. And in the long term, not a bad idea, I don't think. Because now you're going to let other people, including the bot, fight for this 32. If you are purple right now, the bot goes before pink does. I think the bot takes this. Makes it a bit of a pain for pink to take it from the bot. But then at that point, pink can also take this one with the 57 and split between the two. And now it's just so hard. So in a lot of games, a lot of competitive games, there's this idea, especially esports, that if you have a low percentage chance to win, which at this moment, everyone but pink has a very low percentage chance to win. Some people, oh wow. Okay. Wow. Things are a bit more even now because this stack that I said white should not do, and it looks like I was wrong, can now take a capital. I don't know why pink would do that. Why? I don't think pink should have done that. What was the roll? Let's see. 68 to 44 on a capital. Pull up our calculator. A 34.72% chance to win. Oh, pink. Oh, pink. It was pink's game to lose. Okay, so what I was saying about percentage chance to win. So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so percentage chance to win. Okay, white, please come up through. Please. I say take that capital unless you're gonna make an Africa play and you want to have and you think you can defend that. You want the bot purple to the pink bot and the purple bot and or the pink bot and the black bot and the purple player to attack each other, and you want there to be a fiesta in there and you just want to avoid it. Please, white, get more income than just 2 troops per turn. 2 bonus troops per turn. But maybe, you know, we've got this slow and steady. White has been avoiding conflict and is, as far as position on the board, not in the lead. As far as troop income, not in the lead. But as far as troop count, is up there with everybody else. Okay, split between the two. Or, yeah, I think you could even leave. You could do 10 here, 20 here. Okay, 15. But I can't get over that happened. This is okay. What I was saying about percentage plays. Let's say you think you have a 10% chance of winning the game, and you have a play that has a 50% chance of working out. That will increase your 10% chance. Let's say that's your best play to make. Every other play is a lower percentage chance than that. So you take that risk. You take a risk by not taking. Oh, I don't. Okay, so we gotta remember pink is a bot. So you take that lower percentage. You take that not 100% chance play because it is a higher percent chance than your very low chance of winning if you didn't. So I'm sure there's a calculation you can do. Some sports statistician, I can't say it, or you know, math guy in sports has a calculation for that. But if you can understand it conceptually, you can see openings or consider openings that you might not have considered before, even if you don't execute on them. You can look back after a game and say, what if I had taken that 50% roll? What situation would we be in right now? Now, you're probably thinking, well, you know, hey, pink took that 34.72% chance roll on that capital. If that roll had worked out, imagine what the game would look like for pink. It would look pretty decent, but pink was an elite. Pink did not need to take a lower. Pink had more than a 34.72% chance of winning the game. Pink did not need to do that, but for some reason pink did. So I think taking this capital here, I don't think clearing this out now yet. Okay, well, I'll tell you why I don't think clearing it out. I think you leave it here so you can fortify half of your 32 here. Right now, you're gonna have to choose a capital to leave open. Which one? This is the better one to leave open, because losing this capital, you're gonna lose 2 troops per turn of income. Losing this capital, you lose 4 troops per turn of income. But purple could have chosen to just take this, fortify half here, and if you're not worried about this 38, which maybe you should be, if you're not worried about this 38, then you'll eventually take this income and you'll have an extra capital. But I think it's reasonable to worry about this 38. This is a sleeper, a sleeper player. They're going to come up, they're going to wake up, and they could ruin a day. So right now, troop count, white is in the lead. White is in the lead by not making too many mistakes. And that is just actually at this level, letting other players make mistakes can make you place so much higher than you would have if you also were out there making mistakes. So you see this a lot in games of consistency, where if your other players can't make good plays consistently, then oh no, no more Africa. This is going to be 100% roll. Or Australia. This is going to be 100% roll. Right? Yes. So I don't like it, but I don't dislike it. So basically white has, that the sleeper white has chosen to wake up. And hey, actually great play when you think about that fortification. So sleeper white has woken up, but now sleeper white is not going to be able to go back to sleep without the players thinking they're a threat. Now the other players know, which is just purple, right? The others are bots. Now the players know this individual is going to be a threat to me. Before, I knew what they were doing. I knew the variation they brought to the game, which was holding South America and taking a territory here and there and expanding. Now white is a threat. In my mind, white's a threat. In everybody else's mind, white should have already be considered a threat, but it was a threat that we thought we knew the variation of until it chose to go outside of that variation that we thought white had. So it's nice to think, this individual in South America, maybe they don't even want to win the game. Maybe they're just playing for second. They want to get big and stay safe over in South America and play for second. The other players put themselves in a position where the whites could come in and say, I'm still a player in this game. I still have a chance at first. And I want to take that chance. So even if white did nothing for the rest of the game but just stack their capital, they didn't attack out, there is a very good chance that white has now secured a second place. Unless someone does something unadvisable outside of within the current state of affairs. If things could change, where that's not the case, but if played that way by white, played by I want to get second place, this is securing second place for sure. So well, before white probably still had a good second place, but now white definitely has a chance to win. Removing that extra 4 troops of income from purple, wow, that is something. And white not locking their stack in here, not too bad. I think I'd like to keep this extra 2 troops of income. Nobody's coming down through here unless it's a bot. I could see the bot rolling in through here, but honestly just split between the two. I don't think anyone should be coming in through here. The bot does have a possible trade coming up though, so we'll see what happens, but at this point I don't know what's gonna happen. The only thing we can do is talk about what players could do to change their chances at winning. For the positive, I think we've been talking mostly what are the positive actions a player could do to win the game, and maybe I should be focusing some on the things that they should not do. White should not slap this 15. White shouldn't do it. It's a nice barrier between here. It says you can't come in here to the purple player very easily. Don't do it, you know. But if we talk about just the negatives, the negative actions, negative potential actions, I think we're not going to learn as much. So what do we do if we are purple? Purple has an interest. Purple has a position I don't dislike, but I wouldn't want to be in. So purple has no obvious continent to their name because of their position on the board. And so what I think I'd like to see purple do is, in the long term, work towards Europe or North America. Probably North America, because you get this really, it's a harder break the way the capitals are set up to break in North America than it is to break Europe. So if I'm purple, I want to maintain troop income with white, which right now, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, that's fine. So I want to maintain troop income with white, although white does have 16 territories and purple only has 5, so there's 2 more bonus troops coming from that. I want to maintain troop income with white, and I want to work towards securing North America. That's going to be hard to do, and honestly, with the position white's in, you got to hope this gets broken, but let's pretend it happens. Let's pretend purple, how would purple do this? So I think purple works on, it's going to be hard to clear this out because bots are going to want to keep adding here. So, okay, black, looking cool. Look at, I like the way that looks. I like the way that looks, the way it's highlighted once it's taken. So, very cool color palette to have on this board. So, I wish that purple's 3 capitals were these 3 capitals. I wish that if I, you know, for the fortune of purple, that they can somehow make that happen. Because you've got 2 capitals on your border here, so played right. Nobody's coming through North America unless it's through here. Oh, look at that. This is an amazing opening. It's probably not going to, the pink bot's probably not going to fortify this very heavily either, if at all. No. Okay. Here's what I do if I'm purple. Okay. You're just going to take this. Next person after is black. The black bot's going to take this. At this point, it would not be surprising to see white just say, hey, this is a almost 100% roll or 100% roll. I'm going to waste the troops into you. It wouldn't be surprising. Although we've seen white be very, very smart. It would not be surprising. So, okay. I don't like breaking Africa here. Because, okay, what's going on? I don't mind breaking Africa if it's, I'm doing it for the free card. One card. I don't even mind more heavily fortifying South America. There we go. Okay. But I'll tell you what I would have done. Okay. I might have just added troops here, broken 1 this way. Maybe that's what I would have done. I'm not sure, because purple has made a great move if white allows it. So, I might have, I like this trying to hold it, because I have played several games where I made the mistake of giving up a capital and then that capital being a huge problem for me. When if I was allowed to hold it, the game would look completely different. So I like trying to hold it. This stack's trapped. It's gonna have to go through a 15 to get anywhere now. That's great. That's great. So now we look at let's look in the long term. So one, as far as troop income goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, that is a great. Oh, look at that! Look at that. This is open now. There's hardly any troops here because black has been cleared out. This is, well, if white comes and takes that, a very sad day for purple. But if white does not, or if white does and purple has a trade and gets a good roll, oh, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. White gets the 10 trade. Does white come up here, take this, fortify? I'll tell you why I think white should do that. Because, no. Okay, does white smack this 15? I don't think it's 100% roll after you go through a 2. No. Okay. No for white, yay for purple. Oh, no. Okay, I'll tell you why I like taking this. It blocks the North America play from purple. And if someone breaks your South America, you're losing 2 troops of income for 2 troops of income? That's fine. That's fine. You're okay with that. Because you're also blocking the NA play. Purple looks like is going to go for the Europe play. No. Oh, man. This would have been, now maybe purple saying, hey, I didn't have a good trade, I'm in a weak position, I don't want to put myself in a not necessarily a weak position, but I'm not in a strong enough position where I want to split between more troops. The pink bot's probably not gonna stack here because there's no large stacks around it. So maybe purple's saying, hey, I get that big trade, then I take this, then I take North America, then I take the game. You know, maybe that's the thought process here. So this 47 being very inactive from white, huge thumbs down. So if I'm white, I might move this 47 here because the 22 is safe. Move this 47 here. Maybe you even put, you know, you make this 30. You make this 25, you make this 30, but you get that 47. So the 15 attacks down, maybe splits between the 2, but you can still be more active than not being able to be active at all. Look at this. 27 stack. Instead of paying on Ontario, giving you 2 troops income, you've now lost your 2 troop per turn income. You're gonna take it back. I guess you could split half and half through here, but you are in a position, white. White is in a position where something can be done, and I think it's white needs to make a play soon because of the troop income. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is easily taken from white. It's going to be hard to defend getting all the way over here. White will, as long as white holds this capital, white's going to have 4 troops of income. Look at that. Purple makes an amazing move. Looks like was waiting for the trade. What size trade was it? It was a 6 troop trade. That's not great. Happens. But I really like that play of waiting a turn and splitting, knowing that the bot wasn't going to cap. Wasn't going to place a lot of troops on the cap. So, waiting on the pink bot. Whew. This has been a day, but North America is going to be the place to watch now. North America is where things are going to happen. If this 47 gets active, if this 47, which is going to be very hard now that's kind of stuck in here, gets active out on the board, it's going to be maybe in purple's interest to give this capital law up if this 47 comes through. Let's say the 47 parks itself in this area right here, something like that, and you have to choose between losing one of these two capitals. I think you give up this one, because this one you can try to secure Europe and you can deny Asia. So if purple finds themselves, and this is the time for white to start making moves. White is not going to maintain this troop lead for very long against purple. When we look at the income, when we look that purple has 5 out of the 6 capitals, it's just not good. It's not good. It's not a good time. So purple, here's what I do if I'm purple. I think about, let's say I'm purple. No, don't. I mean, maybe. Ooh, okay. Just stop. Refortify? Fortify? Okay. Maybe split half fortify. There we go. Okay. Purple is okay. Okay, wow. So purple has not heard me. That's not possible, but purple has done the thing that I thought maybe purple should do for a long-term play for the game. So I like that. I think the black bot and the pink bot, the black bot's not really going to bother purple. The pink bot might, but when we look at troop income, it's white lost their chance. White had their chance. White had several chances where they had more troops and even they had more income and they didn't do anything. So that white doesn't, or pink doesn't even add in North America. North America this turn probably won't go to. So what do I do if I'm white? If I'm white, maybe I fortify here. I fortify here and I give, man, that purple could just smack my 20. White's in a huge predicament. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't disagree with this. Now, fortify here. I like the idea of giving black Africa because I think right now black having more troop income is more likely to hurt purple. Or just keep trading with pink. You get big, you're safe in here. But really, like, black could choose to hit you right here. Purple's choosing to hit you, although, let's see, let's pretend that was able to be kept. The troop income would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Although they did have that 1 extra territory for that troop, so 7 to 10. We'll see if pink chooses to put any troops in here. But at the same time, purple waiting and getting cards is not bad. Not bad at all. I really wish this 47 wasn't trapped here. It might be worth white's time to move out. Move this 47 out and do something with it. Unfortunately, I think white's in a second place position when they were in a potential first place. So only adding 2 troops here, not the end of the world. If I'm purple, I play this long term now. I go 1, 2, I probably add 2 troops here, 2 troops here, 2 troops here, 2 here, and let's see, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 8. 8 of our income's what? 11 or 12? 12, I think. 13. The rest go here and you start clearing it out. That's what you do. I think this 4 is going to break South America. I don't think you can defend an 18. You can't take out an 18 right now. Maybe take a card, pass. I don't mind even not putting anything. Oh, don't. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Not a bad choice. But does this 47 finally come out? I think there's a world where you get this 47 out, you put 1 troop here per turn, and then you go, you use the rest of your 3 bonus troops plus your other 3 given troops plus any car bonuses, and you try to make something happen out here. I think white could pull it back. These bots are, I mean, they're not too scary, but removing them should be on neither of these players' minds. Manipulating them can be on the players' minds. But I don't think removing them should be on any of their minds. So how long this game goes is going to depend a lot now on these next few trades from white and purple. I think if purple plays correctly and has a trade, it ends much sooner. If anything else besides that happens, so if purple plays incorrectly or doesn't have a trade, or white maybe having a trade and smacking one of the capitals, this is also an option, but it looks like white had a chance. White had a chance. White still has a chance. Come back, white. Come on. You gonna take South America? Okay. White takes South America, is not able to fortify. That's okay. That's okay. So only put, oh no. Oh no, don't. I'll tell you what, after purple does what purple does. Okay, let me tell you what purple should have done. Purple got 2 bonus troops here, it looks like. Put 1 here so it's a 4. Okay. Put the rest on all the other capitals. Broken South America. And maybe even fortified some to here. Basically, don't open up that stack. Don't roll that stack unless... Let's look at what that stack's percentage chance was. Where was it? What is this? This is Argentina. Okay. It was an 18 on 23. Look at the chances of that. So an 18 on 23 was a 29.55% chance of winning. And the average attacker troops remaining would have been 6. Like, it's just not a good roll. I mean, maybe then you also take Brazil and you take white out of this area. Hey, that's not bad. But you have more than a 29.55% chance of winning right now, I think. And you also have, okay, so it's gonna work out anyway if this roll works. Okay, no, it's not. still gonna have this. See, maybe black attacks over, removes white from this area. Then the game gets so easy for purple. But okay. So there were better percent plays than that roll. That big roll on Argentina. I think there were better percent plays than the 18 on 23. And I think purple has a higher than that percent chance of winning. So taking that play, I think, was a bit of a thumbs down. White's gonna have 5 cards. White's gonna have a trade. I don't think white's gonna come out of here. If white relaxes, easy second place. If purple is, you know, kind enough to do such a thing, purple cut. So here's why it's an easy second place. Purple has all of the other capitals. Once this capital is taken, game over. And there's no one else back here. White's the one who holds it. The only way for it not to go that way, for white not to get a second place, at least the only likely way, look at that. Just bad news. See what white does. Okay. So the only way, well, it's just been a crazy, some crazy game moves have been made. This might be a chance to come out, so I don't mind that. But the only way for white to not get second while maintaining this capital till the last capital, this being taken, is for a bot to get a different capital. Then purple takes this, clears you out, and then takes that capital from the bot. It's not going to happen. So I'm not sure. White's getting ready. White's charging up. White has charged up. You know, white is full battery. Is ready to go somewhere. Go somewhere. But where? See what the pink bot does. Pink bot thinks really hard and does nothing. Okay, that was a lot of thinking for that bot to do. So white, make your move, white. Come on. You can do this. You can do this. Do something to change the tides of the game, as they are going. No, this taking South America or taking a card and passing. No. Why? You have to change the tides. You have to change the current course of the game. Is a purple defeats you. Okay. Purple, do you take North America and probably not defend it because white has a stack there? Okay. I like what's going on here. Probably, I think, leave either 6 or 7 here. Boom, boom. Here, and then 5? Something like that. There's a world where this works out. Now, probably thinking, okay, where did the troops to defend this come from? I think here. I think the troops to defend this come from here, because not all of them, but maybe you leave 15 here. But still, this 23 can break through that. If white has a trade, then that's vulnerable, and that's vulnerable. I don't mind it being broken, because as we know, in the long term, this is this is purple's game if the tides don't change, which hopefully white is about to say something. White is about to say, I'm on this board in a way that is a threat. Because white's not doing that right now. If white loses this down here, gosh, that loses a lot. That's a lot of keepability of white gone. Let's see what happens. Bots are going to take their turn. The bot does not trade in, but at this point, it's not worth killing the bot. The bot is doing such a good job at protecting purple. It's... Now, there might be some false sense of security here. If white gets a big trade and goes, boom. But I don't think white should do that because losing... This is, you know, probably not even 100% roll after it goes through here. Pretend you win it anyway. Getting that extra 2 troops of income, but losing all those when you're already in behind in troop count. That doesn't really change the outcome of the game. So, what does white do? White does nothing. White trades because white is a bot. Okay, it looks like white bought it out, which is a shame because with a big trade like that, with a 70 stack, or with a 40 stack or whatever would have been here. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 10, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 on top of this 29. I think you give purple a hard time in here. But does that just stall your fate? Really, I think a huge downfall of white was being trapped in here. There's a world where you get your 70 out roaming. Well, at that point, what was it? A 20 something, a 30 something. You get that out roaming, and a bot's going to come here and stack. Going to stack, and you're going to easily defend that. So you're going to have a bot guarding you that's not going to be able to roll you while you're out here wreaking havoc. So what do you put? Of your 4 bonus troops, just put 1 or 2 here each turn. Wreak some havoc with a big stack. It would be very hard for purple to defend all stacks and make progress. It'd just be very hard earlier in the game, especially with the bots stacking up around. There's a world where it doesn't work out. Not this world though. So let's see what happens. Might get this broken. Oh. Okay. So purple is going to be given some trouble from the bots, but actually it looks like white's back. Hard for me to tell, but that defense is not a very bot thing to do. Probably didn't need to take that roll, but that fortification right here from New Guinea to Indonesia, I don't think that was a very bot thing to do. So might have just been for that 1 turn. 60 seconds is a long time. If you need to go get a drink of water or something, which actually I need to take a drink right now because I've been talking for over a decent amount, over an hour. There we go. A little bit of a drink there. So 60 seconds isn't a long time to go get a thing done. Now, actually, you do get the time, with all the other individuals taking their turn, but still, not a long time. So 60 seconds, and well, let's see what white and purple do, and then the bots will go, and then we'll talk more about these settings. Let's see what happens. White thinking. No, white I don't think should open up this 26. Now, what does white do? That's a great question. Okay. Stop. I would stop and fortify to here. I would stop. I wouldn't have done that, and I would fortify that 5 to here. Black does have a 5 trade, so maybe you just fortify it back. It's hard to say because black is gonna want to roll something, and it does actually look like, yeah, I think it's a bot now. I think it's a bot. So, we look at these. Okay, black should just be cleaning up now. So, when we look at these settings, so why did I choose these settings? These are settings. So the 60-second turn timer is, when you're looking for games, is actually an indicator that there is higher level of play going on. So a lot of higher level players choose 60 seconds because their mechanics are able to carry over people who don't have the mechanics to get a turn done within 60 seconds. And so that's one indicator. So that's one of the reasons why maybe you might choose to avoid a 60-second turn timer. And so think about that next time you go into a game. Another thing is Capital Conquest on the classic map. This is a game mode where when you play it, you're going to learn a lot about the way the game, the early game of Risk. So capital placement, huge, because you need to not only find the best place to put your capital, but you need to be aware of where other people coming after you are going to want to put their capital. So let's say you have a chance to put your capital here, there are so many reasons why putting your capital in Africa or Europe is a better play, depending on what is also here or what's here. So like right away 2 people in Europe, no one's held Europe since then. You see how long it took for someone to have in North America, to have both of North America, and no one. Oh, okay, game over. It looks like purple just decided to end it. So good job, General Longbeard. But I still want to talk about this. So if someone had put their capital in South America, this game looks so different. If someone had put themselves in Africa, I'm not sure it works out because someone might want to break you. It would be very easy to break you. And if people aren't playing friendly, it's harder at this level with maybe less diplomacy. But I think someone in South America changes the way this game looks completely. So South America, besides Australia, and maybe even more so than Australia, was the longest, most consistently held until we got towards the end where Australia was held for a very long time. But reality is someone in South America instead of 2 people in Europe, 2 people in North America changes the way the game looks completely. Okay, let's see what we got. We got beginners. Black was a novice. Good for black. I think black was a novice in the last video. So looking back here in the Risk Grandnovice series, we've been going for a while. I hope you can watch this and you can learn something. I hope you can watch level of play that is like what you are seeing in your games if you're a lower ranked player. It is hard to watch only higher ranked players play, go into a game wanting to play like them, and the other people in the game don't have a clue what you're doing. They're not on the same page as you. They're not playing in the way you or the professionals might consider professionals, that the high ranked players might consider optimally. And you might lose games because you go into a game with people who have a different idea of how the game is played. So watching this lower level of play, seeing yourself and going, seeing others who play like you if you're a lower level player, and going, okay, if I was this player in this situation, what could I do? I think is really good than watching higher. I mean, watch both. Watch high level play, watch low level play. Everybody playing the game of Risk. More people playing the game of Risk is good for all of us. So that was fun. That was fun. So I want everyone to remember, you don't have to be number one to have fun. So get out there and play some Risk.